Aloha everyone, I will just in a bit start my new live, so just a moment. Aloha everyone on the other side of the screen. I'm so happy and lucky that you are here with me. If not at the moment, maybe you'll find it later. And I'm saying aloha to you from Hawaii, the big island. And you'll see I also have some amazing dolphins today and also a beautiful mermaid. And I call myself a mermaid as well. My name is Crystal Ra Laksmi-Ditton, and I'm originally from Estonia and have been living in Hawaii for almost 2 years. Traveled the world to 30 countries, and the recent 15 years I've been living outside of Estonia. And I call myself abundance anthropologist. This has been one of my very favorite topics. I've been working with this for almost 20 years, and it is never getting tired of it, or it's so much to discover about this topic wherever I am. So today, this live video I wanted to do in order to actually be part of a challenge in another Facebook 5-day challenge group where I am currently enrolled. And I would like to actually give you 5 tips and tools how you can actually make your own mind the captain of your, how to make yourself the captain of your mind. So it's going to be interesting tips and tools, and some of this I actually just kind of collected from the morning call we did with our high performance coach. And this is one really amazing way to pick out different things, what you even don't know about yourself, that someone else is helping you to reflect about that. So one of the things I always talk when I talk about abundance in whatever way or form I work with it is actually to talk about mind, body, and spirit. And today I will focus only on the mind part of it. I really like to always approach things very holistically. But in order to kind of go deeper in the mind section, we'll just focus on the mind. And most people are actually not really aware about how their mind functions, and they don't even know, what mind actually means, or how and what you associate it with. So oftentimes mind is associated with rational way of thinking or how we react to things. So the first thing I would suggest is basically to get your mind. Are you thinking? How is your mind working in good situation, in a very critical situation? How is it actually functioning, and what is it you notice, like how are things actually going in that? So, and after that, you have to remember that everything what you think about, you actually create. So this is like the very first level of creation. So if you look around in your life at the moment, is the town where you live, do you like it? Do you love it? Is the partner you live with someone you feel very inspired and live, is the work what you're doing really enjoyable? So all of these things actually started from your thinking. Maybe you were not very conscious about it. So if you don't like anything in your life at the moment, one way to change it is to first, of course, think about it differently in your mind. And then you can change it in your mind, like, I will now make a new thought or new vision, and then put it out there, like, I'm going to do it differently, or I'll have a new goal, I have a new target. So one of the problems I see with many of the people I'm coaching or working with as well is basically that oftentimes they are not aware that they are actually creating crap where they live in. So the moment we go to the first creation level to think consciously and create consciously, they're like, wow, that's amazing. So And second, after that, just to mention it very briefly, is of course, first you think, then you talk, and then you act. So this is really important to remember this level of creation. And the first and very, very important part of it is thinking. So, and then it's really good, the third one, to learn to train, your critical situation reactions. Just a couple of days ago, I had a very critical thing happening to me, and I noticed how my body and mind basically just right away went into like this critical, feedback, and it was just crazy where it took me. And oftentimes what happens is that we go into this like kind of corner way of looking at things, and then we only see this one little thing in front of us, and then we forget that actually we have a whole field of possibilities just around the corner, and all we need to do is just turn around and see this whole beautiful new room opens up. So oftentimes when I get to that moment, I also forget to I can just turn around and see the fields of possibilities and what this actually can mean. So it's a very little thing, but it can actually change a lot. So a second thing connected to that is polarities, like understanding that the life is consisting of polarities, the positive, the negative, the black and white, high tide, low tide. If we just talk about positive things and never ever address the negative, or don't work with the negative, then we'll actually suppress the negative, and the negative actually wants to come up and wants to be actually looked at or dissolved. So it's I'm very kind of different on that level. I live in Hawaii in United States, and I don't support just keep smiling and kind of making a face and kind of oh, everything is fine, but deep inside I feel really bad. I really support that, being really authentic, how do I feel, how are things, and then express it. So when I have this bad stuff coming up, and then I'm in that negative polarity or whatever is showing up, I'm kind of facing it. It's hey, who are you? What emotion are you? What are you, telling me? What's your message? So this is really amazing, because once you take this time, you will actually understand that, wow, this thing popped up right now because I have to deal with this pattern or thought or whatever comes up with that. So you have to be actually grateful. Wow, I got this thing coming up. So this is another way to address and kind of change it. So this is very, very important. So I see someone is also live. So if you see me, please tell me where you are from, and if this topic is really something for you, or what thoughts or questions you have about this. So it would be nice to hear from you. And then the fourth one is carry dominant thoughts somewhere or some way, so that it's kind of under your nose all the time, and it will kind of enter your subconscious. So it starts to rearrange your reality. So I oftentimes use it, I put some notes in the bathroom, around the mirror there, or around my table in the office, or on the walls, or in the car. So sometimes I also actually record some positive messages or stuff. Sometimes I have just little message cards, or I have a remember kind of thing, or a reminder set up in a phone. So it pops up and Crystal, think positive, or Crystal, smile. And it's really cool when it pops up, because you really think about it, even if it's just 1 second. So this really helps. And a couple of those positive ones which I'm working on right now, which may be also relevant for you. One is I'm carried in magical ways. I'm not alone. I oftentimes also think and see that myself and also others around me are just pushing things too much, and it's just crazy heavy and difficult. And actually there is a lot of help out there. depending on your religious beliefs, it can be God or something bigger than you, or just your neighbor, your partner, your family, whoever. So we don't have to do everything ourselves. So we can ask for help. We can be carried and supported. So this is something, as someone, I'm from Estonia and I grew up during the Soviet Estonia. So we had very difficult situation to live in. So we had to figure out ways how to, get everything going and survive. So this taught me that you can actually only rely on yourself, which is actually not true and not actually right. So, but it can be that sometimes our cultural backgrounds are actually influencing this kind of way of thinking. So, and of course, more relaxed and more kind of calm I am because I'm affirming these things into myself. I will be also more attractive, more attracting to my husband and more attractive to other people. So the energy will be shifted like almost automatically. So it's really good thing to keep in mind. And also, another sentence I'm working on right now, I'm doing my best. There will be always some people who are telling you are not doing your best, or you are this or you are that. So I'm not allowing them to define me. I know who I am. I know what I do. I know what I contribute. So I am doing my best. So no one else has a right to actually judge it at all. So I have to affirm it so deeply into my cellular consciousness that if they say it, it doesn't even, move an inch inside of me. So I really have to work with that. So it's very, very connected to this. I'm not good enough. And I think many of us have that I'm not good enough problem for sure. And then, of course, once you change your mind, you change your life. So you can see, like, how you feed your mind. So some of the things you can do to kind of maybe minimize. One of the things is stop watching news and also advertisements, because they are really made to influence your psychic and your subconscious, oftentimes not in a very good way. Read positive books, listen to positive or good, happy music, and then feed good thoughts and experiences into your life. Positive affirmation cards, you can use note cards or whatever way works for you, and become the captain of your mind. This is why you are here. And once you are the captain of your mind, no one can actually judge you or define you or push you here and there, because you know how you function, who is your mind, how it's functioning, and what you need to do to get it better. So and also one other thing is to find a mentor, because oftentimes it's really hard to find out those different, patterns you have, so that it's basically very, kind of going in the same circle all the time and round and round. So in my case right now, I'm part of a big coaching program. So this has been very helpful to make myself realize and bring forth many insights, so that I know what's going on, how I function, and if I want to change something and perform higher, what can I do? And those may be very tiny things, but those tiny things can make a huge difference. So the same here with you. So once you start to really change those 5 things we talked about, you can change your life completely. So I'll just recap all what we went through. So get to know your mind first. How does it function in regular situations and in critical situations? Remember, what you think you create, what you focus you create. So like, look around in your life. Do you like what you have? If you don't, so change it. It's that simple. I'm the proof of that. Estonian girl, came from poverty, now living my dream in Hawaii on the big island. Like, how is this even possible? So I was thinking really high thoughts, really amazing ideas and dreams, and here I am, so living my dream. So Third, train your critical reactions, train your mind in critical situations and reactions, so that you have some of the tools and things like how is it you approach it and how can you turn this around. Here I shared my corner technique, so you kind of imagine you are in the corner and then you turn around and see all the fields of possibilities. I talked about the polarities as well. So, and then how you can carry those dominant thoughts, like where can you have them around in your surroundings, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, in your office, in your phone, whatever way that works. So you can constantly feed your mind all the time. And then the fifth, change your mind and check what you feed your mind with. So change your mind by changing what you feed it with. So whether it's a good book or music or movie or whatever, so be very aware what are you, filling it with. So it's like a real being, it wants food, and be conscious, give some good food. So I'm very grateful that you took this time to check this little tools and tips from me. And one action I will ask you to do is, if you really like this and this was a little value for you and made you think about your own life, please, I will put a little review link underneath this video. You could just check this and maybe write a little review how you found this video was and how to listen to me was. So a little thing you can give back to me would be very nice. And I hope to see you soon. Mahalo.